is about spoiled-bratty children. You know the ones that scream and cry and whinge every time they don't get something that they want? I'm sure we all know what I'm talking about when I show you this. Too. Around that age is when we learn how to respond or react to our surroundings and different situations in a certain way. This is when we transfer from being a helpless baby to the responsible young adults that we all are now. A baby doesn't know what is wrong or right within this world. Their way of letting us know what they want is to cry. That is all that they can do. Unlike us, we know that if we want something, we can't always have it or take it because we're told that sometimes we can't have everything that we want. But not everyone was taught this way. We learn the correct models from usually our parents or any close guardians at a very young age. Back then, we were easily influenced by those who are older than us. How we treat our kids or maybe younger brothers and sisters can affect them for the rest of their lives unless we change it. So let's think, a 5-year-old toddler, which might have been you when you were younger, your sisters or brothers, ask for, let's say, toy, candy or sweets at the shops, and you really want it. So nicely we ask, may we please have it? And then getting the horrible response back of, no, or, well, maybe next time. What happens next is determined by what I believe, what you've been exposed to from your parents or your role models.
I'm sorry. It's okay. You want to go finish your cereal? Yes, please. All right, go finish your cereal.
But that doesn't generally happen. Something, this happens.
Put it down. Put it down. We'll pick a toy from the front of the store. I know, but we'll get a toy from the front of the store. Look how big London's being. He's such a big boy. And what do you be? A baby.
To me, that may be just one of the most horrible things to face as a parent. Nobody lets a kid relax like that. Not the parent, not you, or anyone else, and certainly not the kid themselves. They didn't get something that they wanted. Of course they're not going to be happy. Now, and that's normal. Yes, that's normal. And we learn from this. We learn that we have to accept that we can't get everything that we want. And that just may be the best way. At least, it's better than getting everything you've ever wanted. And if so, we'll never get the chance to appreciate the things that we have now because we'll be too busy with that something new that we've just been given. Now, old habits die hard, right? Like I previously mentioned, we get these sport acts as a kid, but what made me generally happens is that these spoiled kids grow up into self-absorbing people. These can be adults or even teenagers. If something goes wrong, it is never his or her fault because the blame is always on somebody else. And they are the ones that are never happy with the things that they have now because there is always something new or more that they want. And we may know some of these people and we think, well, that's not fair. But what makes me upset the most is that we rarely stop and think about all the things that we should be grateful for. Instead, we complain and whinge, we want this, we want that. We want all of these things, all wishes, to satisfy ourselves, to make us happy. Now, I like to tell this story of somebody I know. It started off when she was born. Her mother passed away right after giving birth. So it's horrible to imagine you were born into this crazy world without your own mother. She had nobody but her auntie, as her father had left her and there was no one else for support. So every day, her auntie would go around asking mothers with newly born babies for some breast milk. If she was lucky, she would be able to have some. But most times, she had to resort to asking for dogs and cats' milk as an alternative. Now, she was lucky to stay alive and had the privilege to grow up into the kindest and most gentle grandmother anyone could have ever asked for. She was happy, even being born to a not-so-great life. She was grateful for all of the things that happened to her. And because of that, she ended up living and had grown to have a great family of her own. Now, recently, she just passed away from a common disease known as diabetes. And she left all of us, and some of us never really got to say their goodbyes. Now, I know none of us had to go through anything like this, and most probably never will. And I want all of us to be grateful for that. Not be like those who are never happy with the things that they get. The ones that get everything handed on a silver platter and ask for more. If we don't learn how to be grateful with the things that we have now, what makes us think that we'll be satisfied later on? I want you to be happy with what you have now. I know it's a bit hard to do when things go wrong, and as what one of the TED speech has said, it is not happiness that makes us grateful, but gratefulness that makes us happy. And now, I like to finish off the speech with this. One of the quotes saying, if you have food in your fridge, clothes on your back, a roof over your head, and a place to sleep, you're 75% richer than the rest of the world. This is a lot, after you put into consideration that there is more than 7 billion people in the world. That's a lot, and we're that 25%. We're very lucky to be here right now, and I want all of us to realise that. Because we will never know what will happen tomorrow. Everything that we have may be gone, and nothing will ever be the same again. Enjoy your day, and thank you very much.